kept some of you waiting a little bit.
That's fine.
5 people parties. We're gonna have to adjust to it a little bit,
That's
but
fine. I didn't care.
so we're all going to converge at the Zenko house. Miss, yeah, your knee's a little rough, but
You want some good T-bone steak.
but you guys get there. Zenko has set up a room for you and you two, I guess.
I'm having our 3rd meal since I arrived
So
here.
you two are sharing a room.
Okay.
And you 3 are sharing a room. So the boys are in a room together and the girls are in a room together. Alex, when you get to Fat Boy's room, you see it is nerded out as fuck.
Oh.
Like,
just looks like Tristan's
action figures of martial artists, bobbleheads of famous martial artists, a bunch of like martial arts magazines, fucking comic books, fucking like about martial artists,
Monkey,
fucking
mantis, crane,
fucking
viper, tigress.
yeah, posters about martial artists,
fucking throwing stars in the walls.
he has his own like handmade like pretend magazine that he makes.
Oh,
you know?
No, that's
under
the bed.
He hid
that. Is hidden.
he hid that one after he found it.
I hit it better this time.
So, yeah.
Just coming through the front door on crutches.
Obviously,
What
no, maybe like a cane, or like that weird little one crutch thing that they have. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, you guys have a moment to.
We were ambushed in the street on our way to the river. I'm in the corner of a room writing a letter.
Big old shiner.
Holy shit! Well, I mean,
we need to get you to the hospital.
I pulled 2 chairs for you both to sit on.
From the hospital.
Sit.
Benefits of being the toaster.
I don't know what you mean.
Are you?
What do you mean you don't know what you mean?
This is certainly not beneficial in any way.
That was sarcasm.
Oh. I'm not.
I think she was saying you were a target because of your face being plastered everywhere.
She gets it.
That's
But she's saying something.
What?
slightly more accurate, I suppose. As far as whether or not we can compete, I plan to. Ow!
Sorry.
I plan to. I'm gonna have to rest up a little bit.
Shit's broken.
Yeah.
Sure is.
They say it's a ligament tear.
Oh, that's probably even worse.
MCL.
Oh, shit.
Not a good one.
Not a good one.
So,
That's a career.
What is with you and like permanently injuring people?
So
In
the,
these
Oh yeah.
ones.
By the way, welcome to a Mechanic of the Monk quest.
that,
Injuries.
as a question to that,
Which will
when it
affect
comes to
your
like
entire
healing magic and or healing prayers or things like that, how is that common or even known or anything like that? Does that exist in this world?
It can help.
It can help, but it doesn't.
Like
it's not a magic.
They
fix
use
all.
it's not just a magic fix all. Like they used that on him and it helped.
Mhm.
You know, like that's probably the only reason why he's able to walk. But
It can
Well,
never.
What is it with you and like killing my character's legs? Your legs.
Yeah.
So
So here's the thing. I'm
Right,
probably
is it like
not gonna. Since I might have kind of this one might have been a little bit cheap, so I'm not gonna long term these knee injuries on you guys. But I would like to introduce you guys to an actual mechanic that is going to be in this as things go on, where you will accumulate injuries, and that will stay with you and affect you as time goes on.
So how was your
Gonna
guys'
have a bum
day?
leg later on.
I mean, it was great for me. I
This one you get from me.
ate quite a lot of food.
piles.
Quite a lot. What about you? How was your day? Lots of training.
Strangely enough, I think I'm being recruited.
Oh, why?
You're the new poster boy.
See you again.
Jiva or Shiva.
Shiva.
The dojo. Shiva dojo.
No, it was the master.
Oh, Shimira. SHINURA.
And then what was his student's name? The asshole. He was
Wei.
making fun of you for being
Wei
fat.
Zan.
Zan, sorry.
Oh, the dojo that Wei Zan goes.
Correct.
Yeah, I see. Well, I mean, they are well known.
They're probably the top dojo in Segura.
I have my suspicions about who attacked us, but nothing confirmed yet. And just for fun, And then just for fun, the mayor told us that we have to keep this hush.
Well, you've already failed.
Letter in.
Hush meaning what exactly?
Like, we can't, tell the media. We can't press charges.
You can't press why?
Something about fucking up the tournament. Yeah, the
His
mayor's
exact
words. Yeah, the mayor here is
How-
very
send that
into the tournaments.
And how exactly is that supposed to fuck with this tournament?
Bad publicity.
She doesn't know what that is, remember?
You have publicity already with Oolong.
That's personal publicity. He doesn't want any bad press around.
Also, Oolong is small time. Oolong's
Oolong
magazine
barely gets out of the city.
is distributed in Segura and maybe a couple other towns around. What he's worried about is through all of Naganzaki.
You have to explain that.
So basically, he's worried that if we have a bad story surrounding this tournament, it will harm the reputation of the town going forward into the future pretty far. And that is in direct conflict with his goal to make this a very martial arts.
You know what you could do? If you wanted to make a big deal of this in one way, is you beat the living shit out of whoever you fight next, and then say it was in spite of the injuries and the people that hurt you, that jumped you, like cowards.
Well,
Behind a bush. Was it in the book? Behind a bush?
it was not. It was out on the street.
It was in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And nobody came to your aid.
No. Not until
How did you get jumped in the middle of the street and you didn't notice? They have very broad streets here.
It wasn't exactly on guard.
Yeah, we didn't even roll perception.
Yeah. We were.
You don't have the feet to stop that?
We
What's
were.
wrong with you?
We were just.
Actually, he did take a lurk.
I did take a look, didn't I?
Get
Yeah,
fucked.
get fucked. What the hell?
Get
Ha
fucked.
ha.
You should have been able to say something there.
Yeah, come on.
Get fucked.
But
You got plotted.
We were.
Plot surprise.
DM screwed.
So no, we were
There
just
you
on
go.
our way over to the river to meditate and fish, and
To meditate
I just
with
wanted
fish?
And
meditate fish.
Oh,
meditate by fish.
I'm sure you can do that.
Right.
I was going to stack rocks.
Did your father train you?
You got minus 5 HP multiple times
I just-
in quick
I'm
succession.
just
At least partially.
right. So, what did they look like? Who were they?
They didn't have anything distinguishing.
Yeah, they were nondescript thugs with metal pipes. And ski masks.
They wore black ski masks. Other than that, nothing really stood out.
They said a lot of swear words.
Fucking bitch! Fucking bitch!
And then,
Ah. I
Bitch
see.
ass knee! I fucking hate knees!
I see they were part of the square.
My leg!
my leg!
My
Fucking
leg!
leg!
What the damn?
It's like, what the damn?
Ah, shit it.
My leg too.
mother acid.
My
Mother
fucking
acid.
legs!
This is a fuck!
Ah, yes. The square
What the damn hell?
Alright, well, moving on. Well, so, can I ask a question that is, might hurt your feelings a little
comes
bit?
down and washes
Were they
all around
attacking
us,
just
so-
you, or were they also attacking you? They attacked you both. You first, or you first? Right. Did they only start attacking you after you started attacking them?
I'm sure they would have, but yes, technically.
So the target may not have been both of you; it may have just been you.
Are you saying I'm not good enough to be mugged?
I'm saying you don't have the poster child effect that seems to be around this one. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying that perhaps this is a target specifically for you. Or who are you up against in the tournament next? Who are you fighting?
Way.
Is it Way?
You might know the answer to this. Who was the two people who dropped out of the tournament? Who were they up against?
One of them was up against Harto Wong of the Shiva Dojo, and the other was up against Kilai Onishi.
Right. So I don't think immediately that it was you. I don't think so. That would be stupid.
I don't need petty tactics to beat his ass.
Especially not now.
Or attacks.
I think it was
Especially not now.
I think it was the Shiva Dojo that orchestrated this.
My leg.
Notice
The
that
Shiva was the
one of the
that was trying to
opponents
recruit
of one of the competitors that dropped out, they were going to face a Shiva
Right.
fighter, and then coincidentally, you get recruited by the Shiva Dojo earlier this afternoon. Not throwing any
He's a bit of a
accusation
monster,
away.
though. Why would they need to do such underhanded tactics?
When this
You said
kneecap
Way is the
heals,
monster?
it's going to be much
The only
stronger
thing
than
better
normally.
than a probable victory is a
I'm
certain
going to
one.
incorporate some Muay Thai into my technique. I
There's
think.
the only thing better than a probable victory is a certain.
I don't know much about the Shiva dojo. Can someone explain it to me?
Top dojo. Top dojo in town, run by Master Shimura, who is a very well-respected and famous martial artist.
Right. Now, are they very fond of the tournaments?
Oh yeah,
They
yes,
fucking love
they
the
are.
tournaments.
They very much like.
They love the tournament
are
so much that they
generally
beat people
favored
with
to
metal
win
pipes.
in most of the tournaments that happen in
That's what
town.
love is.
Master Shimura does have a lot of reputation riding on this with ways and his prize people.
So it's very likely the Shiva dojo behind this.
I don't want to throw around any erroneous
I
accusations.
just said it's very likely.
But
I'm not saying it
If I
was.
was forced
Has there
into
ever been anything like this
making a
happen
guess.
in the past with the Shiva? Like, has there been accusations like this in the past? Where,
Probably
you know,
not
previous,
officially.
Yeah, I mean, not officially, but like
People quietly
accusations.
stepping
So
away.
give me a history check.
Okay.
You're a pretty hardcore.
He's a dork.
He's pretty hardcore into the scene.
Can I reference all of my magazines?
He's from.
Just like,
Yeah.
excuse me, guys.
Can I reference my magazines?
That's why I'm letting you roll history.
Alright.
You're the only one who gets to.
God fucking damn it! Can I do it at advantage?
Sure.
I was about to say that might be the. That might be
Hey,
17.
This
Hey.
is a
Alright,
specialized topic for him.
Yeah.
Actually, there was an article written by Oolong in
I figured.
Hardcore Martial Arts
Okay,
Extreme
yes.
Weekly. So
Yeah,
the
I figured.
last time this tournament happened was about 4 years ago. So that was
Mm-hmm.
actually just when Oolong was getting starting out, and he actually raised some questions about it, and then published a public apology in the very next issue.
What did he say in the? Like, what was he saying about? Like, was he saying it was suspicious or?
So in the last tournament, 6 out of 8 of the entrants ended up being Shiva members,
Jesus.
and Oolong suggested that perhaps there was some tampering
Some
going on.
favoritism happening. Tampering.
He said that he was present at the preliminaries, and there was maybe some weird shenanigans going on.
I think it might be a good idea for all of us to watch our backs, so to speak.
Sharp-eyed viewers of the fights
It'd
notice that
probably
the
behoove us
two
to watch
members
our
who are
legs.
not Shiva
Not our
seem
backs.
to have injuries.
Especially since you're actually
Not
favored right
that.
now by the Shiva temple, no monastery,
Dojo.
dojo. Yeah. Since you're favored by them right now, honestly, I might be looking for my kneecaps next. I believe you and I would have a fair fight.
Keep a
I believe
sharp
that.
eye on them
I don't
legs
believe
of
that they would let
yours.
that happen. Maybe they would. I did pretty poorly in my last match. They might just assume.
Well, I mean, I think if you accept their offer to change dojos, then I think you might want to watch kneecaps.
No, I very well think that they might just try to take me out and look at you and say, "See, we could do things for you." But you know,
I will say the 2 competitors that were taken out were pretty strong opponents,
So,
especially the one you were supposed to fight.
anyone for tea?
Yes.
are you going to make it for us? Go over there. The kettle's over there. Go ahead, walk over. I'm kidding. Stop it.
All right, so you guys wind down for the night. You all go to sleep,
I don't know how to talk to you.
and then and then you guys wake up the next morning.
Oh, cool! I didn't die in my sleep. That's great.
You did not die in your sleep.
No murderizing.
So, Tristan, you get the next issue
You said
of
a fucking
Hardcore
murder.
Martial Arts Weekly.
No.
It has an article about Kaya in it.
No.
Oh, God.
Just a
I'm
little,
so excited. I want to sign my first copy for me. It's going to be
Just-
slandered everywhere.
just a little, and it says something along the lines of, again, not verbatim, but it says, I had a short talk with Kaya Hassani, the surprise entrant into the tournament. It goes into some background about her, and it says, Kaya could perhaps be a dark horse competitor for this tournament. Trained by a notorious martial artist, she wields a powerful technique that she admits that she is not entirely sure that she's fully in control of. She seems to have a mysterious and perhaps problematic past, but she
That bit's true.
seems
You're going to get canceled on Twitter.
but she seems to be quite a fiery competitor, and may be more of a challenge to her opponent than they may think.
How the fuck did you
Am I
manage a
reading
silly
this?
positive article out of this man? Fuck you!
I have
what
no
the hell?
idea. I'm a little disappointed almost.
Am I
Yours had
like,
positives
You've not
in
only
it.
been cancelled, you've been completely deplatformed.
am I reading this article right now?
He's reading it.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
but
gonna
yeah.
take
Blah, blah,
the
blah.
book from him
Blah, blah,
and
blah.
rip it.
Shit! Right,
Ah.
I'm not going to throw hands at you immediately, but you might want to not do that. That was a bit rude, don't you think? Thank you. Take
I'll
it back
get you
together.
another one.
It also has statistics about you, like your height, weight, arm length, stuff like that.
How accurate is it?
Probably pretty accurate.
Shoe size.
Pretty accurate. Not shoe size, but you know.
Length of your tail.
It also has so you've never competed in any like real sanctioned events,
Right.
but you have competed in like some spars and stuff. It has details from that too.
Wow. He's actually very thorough. Me trying to piece the two magazines to get like magazine shreds together to try and read all of it. He's actually pretty thorough. Like this is actually very accurate. I did lose that
I
one.
come out
fight.
with some tape.
Alright.
Now it's not nearly as in depth as his
Glares
was.
at you.
Like
Oh,
his
yeah.
was literally like it had his finger length in it, like his fucking finger measurements, his fucking bicep measurements, like
I think you have a stalker.
and everything.
I
Well,
don't even remember
well-
coming around to measure my bicep.
well, like he
Yeah, no, you're not mentioned.
he's a big deal. No, Mabao was mentioned a little bit.
He's got like a corner paragraph.
It mainly talks about his performance in the preliminaries and how
Your
He-
head is getting bigger.
he didn't qualify kind of on a technicality. So one of the ones who got kneecapped, Hao Yabani, was the one that he faced in like the very final match of the preliminaries, and they had a draw, but Hao Yabani had scored more points throughout the process, so he qualified instead.
So, what's on the agenda today?
And it also mentions that he was trained by his father, relatively well-known martial artist Ma Sheng.
See, look at that, relatively well known.
Mahjong.
Some.
Your father was a fighter too?
Mhm.
And he
My
trained
father was
you.
Mahjong.
Actually,
It must have been really nice.
I
Jesus.
wouldn't
Stop
say
me.
that.
It wasn't good?
He was known for his brutal methods of training.
And also
How are your fingers?
And also prostitutes. Ma Sheng was known for
Oh,
prostitution.
that
And
explains
gambling.
so much now.
Gambling and prostitution. He was kind of pimping out there at the end.
Yeah,
It all makes sense now.
It's
Well.
okay. You can say as many
The
weird things as you have to now. We
Training was a
understand.
little intense.
Did he
Going
do the whole?
to,
Did he do
But
the
did-
log thing? Yeah.
Pushing trees to strengthen the
She reaches
fingertips.
out and
But
just
this-
like takes one of your paws and just kind of like puts it like her hand on top of it. It's just like, I'm sorry you had to go through that, and unless you really truly wanted to, you shouldn't have had to go through that.
It's the style. You have to have strong toes.
But did he ever look at you like
Wait,
this?
No, he did
Alex, she just kind of like speech.
My beans.
not. Oh no, my knee.
Well,
If he didn't look at you like that, was he a real master?
well,
No,
I
he
think I'm going to go find a tree.
And piss
You are
on it.
going to rest.
That's what I was thinking.
You are going to rest.
Work to do. I'm fine. Nope. No. Please let me go.
wasn't. Are you still in?
You are
my,
not
Are you
able.
still in my mother's house?
You cannot.
Mother.
Mother!
Mother. How does mother? How does my mother see these two and react?
He's trying to move again.
Oh boy. Well, you see, Ethan doesn't want to force Zach's character to stay at home all day. So
Yeah, but Ethan's not doing it.
You can move around carefully, but you can't go starting to punch things because it's going to change your stance from the ground up.
Yeah, it
It's
twists your
stupid.
knees.
And then you're going to start punching incorrectly because you're favoring your knee. You can move, that's fine, but just don't
Obo's
start punching. I'm
mom.
going to follow you.
I need more ibuprofen, Obo's mom.
opioids.
Give me the Vicodin. Give me the fucking Vicodin.
All right, so
All right,
I need
which
the damn morphine.
everybody, we
All
are
right.
going to go into open gameplay.
Okay.
So let me get me a
Obo's
little.
mother. All right, which arm?
Oh, God.
Or do you prefer between the toes?
Here's
No.
some heroin. Here's some heroin.
Get me right
bitch.
between the beans.
So,
Oh, what lovely toe beans you have.
So your first name is Bao, right?
Yes.
And then your first name is Kilani?
Eli.
Kila. And then Ovo. And then... Fuck. Without my cheat sheet, I don't know what
I
anyone's
don't
name is.
believe...
Kaya.
I'm pretty sure it's about fuck, but sure.
You just bring one with you when you travel.
Do you not?
No, I bring this stump.
Okie doke.
It's like the perfect.
So,
Beans?
Alex, let's start
Show
with
me
you.
the beans.
What does Bao do for the morning? What does he spend his morning doing?
He's going to limp over to the river.
Going fishing?
He's like, God damn it, I'm gonna get this
I
fish.
didn't get
The
any
other
fish.
one in the same position.
I
Crackhead.
assume my leg is gonna like a splint or something.
Yeah.
So
Kili!
I will crutch
What are you
my
doing?
way
Agility
over to
training.
the river.
Ovo.
I think he actually does he's starting to try to take this a little bit more seriously, so he grabs like a quick breakfast and then just probably just jogs.
Are all
As
of you
much
just
as-
going separately?
rub it
Did
in.
we not go over
Rub
how
it
Well,
in.
if
dangerous
you're
this
jogging,
was?
then I guess we're doing agility training together. I'm your drill sergeant.
I'm
I'm gonna be right behind you,
You-
like, go faster!
gonna follow him because we just
Here I
talked
am
about
behind
how
you guys.
dangerous it was
I don't know
out
what
here
I've
for
been
especially
told.
those two. So I'm gonna try and follow him because I think he's the target.
You do know what you've been told. To sit down.
Okay,
I'm
we're,
doing this.
So-
What are you doing?
you're doing the Ip Man chain.
I'm doing the Ip Man thing.
Punching a tree.
So he's just doing the...
And I'll be
Oh,
doing my
that,
own
yeah.
training, obviously, but I'm keeping a pretty sharp eye out for anything that might be coming at him.
That's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
I watched the movie.
Those are super cool.
Okay. So, Bao, give me a nature check. Or a survival check.
That 8.
You don't catch any fish.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I am trying to catch fish with my bare hands while I have a leg and a splint, so it's probably kind of hard.
You suck ass.
Okay, that time didn't work. I'm gonna sit on my ass with the water to my back and try again.
You guys are doing agility training. Ovo, Kili is putting you through your fucking paces.
I'm not.
You have like a
fast.
headband on and like
Yeah.
a fucking sweaty tank top.
Like,
You're like,
well, like he does have a 14 constitution, so like
yeah,
he's able to go. He's just not fast,
yeah.
but like he's got
She's like running circles around you.
Right.
yeah.
She's,
but
she's still
fucking
putting you through.
go!
your paces.
yeah, like
She's-
you're like
she's Dark
running
Souls
circles,
rolling
but I'm
around.
still moving forward.
Eye of the
so,
Tiger's playing.
Yeah, yeah.
You two. So
It's not
where
playing,
do you
it's
go
humming.
to do this?
I'm humming.
Not far. Probably like the backyard.
All right, so
Just
you
go to the backyard and just kind of.
So you are at the Zinco house's backyard, and you're just
We got the
and
backyard.
so Kaya, you're also there, and you're I guess just keeping watch.
I am keeping a pretty sharp eye. Like my back is mostly turned to him, but like if he's against like kind of a wall, basically, like the house is sort of in front of him, if that makes sense. Like if he's sort of facing the house with his little thingy mabob, my back is
Thingy
to
mabob,
my back.
bitch.
I don't know what it's called. My back is to him, and I'm kind of just like surveying things while I'm doing like yoga, like not yoga stretches, but like agility stretches, like things to keep my
There's like a
Give me a
the blood
perception
through
check.
everything.
there's an old tree, and from the tree is a very, very old punching bag, and it's got like a piece of
Solid
paper with a
dirty 20.
crudely drawn face on it.
Better, yeah, it's way better than mine was. Hang on, I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I see your punching bag, and it's like.
Dirty.
It's less of a punching
It's a dirty
bag and
20.
more of an old sack filled with sand.
You see a rustle in the bushes.
Whoa. Okay. I move slightly closer, not close enough that somebody can jump out and swing it at my kneecaps.
Or the
Just
kneecaps.
walking up with your hands over your knees. Just
Shuffling over. That'd be terrifying. What's
Like-
going on?
You like crab walk over
And
this
I,
class is gonna be called the Kneecap Bandits.
and I, if there's a staff, or if I have a quarterstaff normally, would I have that on hand or not?
Sure.
Sure. I kind of like, I literally just and try to like move the bushes aside as much as I can.
You see some guy.
Damn it, Terry.
No, it's not Terry. But you see some guy, and he's wearing all black. He's wearing black boots, and he's literally just kind of like standing there, and you do that, and he's like, "Oh."
All right, I'm gonna do something that might be mean, but like understandably for my character under the circumstances, I'm grabbing him and I'm throwing him.
For that, I'm going to need you to roll strength.
Can do.
I assume we got a long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Not terrible, not great, not terrible.
It's very average.
That's very average of an 11.
So you do that, and
Yeah. Like we're grappling almost, kind of.
basically he's going to judo throw you into the bushes. You also notice he has a gun on his hip. So.
Oh, what the fuck?
Whoa.
I'm gonna take my crutch.
Yeah, I like grab him and try to like
Well,
throw
you look
him,
over
and
there,
he throws
and,
me.
and you see Officer Izal.
Oh. He's like, oh, hey, whoa.
And he's sitting there, and he's like,
I like grab the bushes and like kind of like pop my head back up, shake my head, and there's like branches hanging on my horns a little bit, and try to shake it free.
It's like, wait, friend.
Right, I'm sorry. I heard that there were. I didn't hear that there were people in black that were roaming around, so I was not on sharp guard.
Fucking
Sorry for almost
smooth.
throwing you.
okay.
You're not good at that.
I mean, he knows.
Officer Azala, good to see you again.
Fang.
Like a mangled spider web in between.
So,
We don't know how it got there. Very dedicated.
it might seem a little weird how I came dressed in all black through the bushes.
Yes.
Yes.
Ethan just
More than-
How'd you get over the fence?
The fence?
very quickly when you
Fancy
said
pants,
you
Rich
see a
McGee
rustle
over
in the
here.
bushes, this is what I thought in my head.
Just Russell Crowe in the bushes. No, so the reason that I came so suspiciously is because I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing. We were ordered by the mayor to drop the investigation. I did not drop the investigation. I figured out the identity of your attackers. Oh. And I don't think you'll be surprised. They were members of the Shiva Dojo.
Oh,
I'm shocked.
No.
absolutely flabbergasted.
So
I suspect.
Thank you, Russell of the Bushes.
You're not here.
Oh, I'm just frustratedly trying to fish and failing.
I think, Mr. Fang, I think you should go. I think you should press charges.
I don't think that I can.
Look, I used to be a martial artist too. All right, I was never quite so naturally talented, but
With that throw, I can believe it.
you know,
It was the experience that he got over me.
just as much as every other martial arts enthusiast in this town, I want Segura to be, a cornerstone of martial arts in Nagasaki, but not this way.
It's bigger than that, though. Because if the mayor carries out his threats, which I very much believe he's capable
Wait,
of
he
doing,
did threaten you.
very much believe he's capable of doing, that would not only mean the end of my career, which is important, but it would be detrimental, I guess you could say, to my dojo. And I can't have that.
What threats did he do? Did he make against you?
I threatened to end my career by press charges.
So what is in your career? What happens to the next person just like you that comes 2 years from now and he goes through the exact same thing?
I don't know.
I think she's right, Kajiro.
But I have to think about not only what is best for me personally, or even another martial artist, I have to think of the dojo as well. And the shame that it would bring upon my dojo for me to be, shall we say, unceremoniously ousted. It's too much to bear.
There's another one from your dojo who will still be in the fight, though.
No, that is right, but he's also a part of this. I threaten his career as well.
Okay, right.
So 2 members of the Hagura Dojo, both being blackballed from the institution.
I think your pride might be getting ahead of you right here. Because your pride, I understand wanting to help your dojo, however, this affects a lot more than just your dojo.
There are a lot of people in my dojo who survive in this world based off of the reputation that the dojo garners. And to have that reputation tarnished because of
honor.
because of a back alley mugging.
You would be doing an honorable thing, right? I mean, it is one thing to just brush yourself off and pretend that you weren't hurt at all and go into the fight, but again, this could continue to happen once you're finally a big hero.
Another voice speaks up.
Oh shit.
And says, "She's right." And you see, coming around the side of the house, is Oolong.
Shit! How does this man keep coming and getting close to me?
I think he's a better martial artist than you gave him credit for.
He showed up here before. He knows where you guys are staying.
Fucking
He comes up. He's like,
paparazzi.
he comes up. He's like, "Hello, Kajiro. I know you
Long?
might not be happy to see me. I said some negative things about you in my magazine, but
I've had worse.
Officer Aizawa was right. This has been going on for a while. Shiva has tried to hold a chokehold on this city. They claim to try to champion fighters while putting down, fighters who could have went and done something. And Segura can't grow like this. They can't grow with Master Shimura putting his heel down on the throat of the city. No matter what he says.
Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Win anyway.
Here's the thing. I know you're concerned. I heard what you were just saying. I know you're concerned about him blackballing you and ruining your career, and I understand that. He did that to me. My magazine was picking up momentum, and I had signed a deal to be nationally distributed. And then I told him that I was going to go public with everything I knew. And my deal went away. And since then, my magazine that I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into has been trapped here in one city. There's a couple shops in other cities that sell them, but we don't have any sort of following. Look at the fucking radio show. What's it called? The Hot Take.
Way of the Hot Take.
The Way of the Hot Take. He won the tournament twice. He went on to the IMAA. He got injured, but he was a big name. He starts this radio show. He starts to pick up publicity. He catches wind of what's going on. He was part of the Shiva Dojo. He catches wind of what was going on. He says he's going to talk about it on the show. He had a deal inked too. That went away.
So what's the point then of a city finally moving on to grander heights if the people who live within it are stifled in their boxes?
My point is it's not just you, Kinjiro. So you can't make a decision on this just based off of you. Every martial artist in this city deserves better.
Is everybody here right now except me?
No.
They're still
just
jogging
these
doing agility training.
I bear the weight, the responsibility of a legacy. Multiple legacies, really.
And a broken legacy.
And see.
Here's the thing. I'm a nobody. We've met before. Did you know that? I'm a nobody. I don't matter. My magazine getting taken off shelves, no one's gonna notice. You know? The way of the hot take losing its deal, no one's gonna notice. But you, the big up and comer, you might not be safe from the mayor, but out of everybody, you were probably the most safe. And you telling me that you don't want to go public, that doesn't tell me that you care about the people at your monastery or you care about your career. It tells me that you're scared. And I get it. I was scared too. I don't want you to think about doing the right thing. He fucks off.
I really think I am doing the right thing. I suppose I shall think I am.
And Aizawa says, well, I'm going to keep looking into this. And I'll let you know if anything comes up.
I mean, at this rate, I think we all sort of know what's going on. I don't know that putting yourself in further danger for it is going to do you any good.
This isn't for me.
Fair enough. I just don't want to see you hurt.
I don't want to see this city corrupt.
Is there anything we could do aside from the rest of us?
Fight and win. And he fucks off.
Shit on a shirt.
I hope that Keelah understands that I have to absolutely beat her ass right now.
So,
I sneeze.
That's good.
Someone's
all right.
talking about me.
Bow.
I haven't had
What
a
do you do
cold
for the
session.
afternoon?
Going back to my room and cry about not having any fish to eat.
Okay.
Are there any sushi restaurants?
Sure. Do you have money?
I cry about the fact that I don't have money for sushi.
It's just Keelah, afternoon.
I guess after I'm done breaking him down, lunch.
Breaking him.
You were also supposed to go to the Shiva dojo today.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, we do that.
Alright?
Wait, what time is it? Is it like noon?
It's about that time.
About how much time do I have to shove food down my throat?
You
and
can,
then
you
go?
can have a meal and then go.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
So
I guess we're
is
going
everyone
back to
here
his
then?
house.
Ovo, what are you doing for the afternoon?
I mean, we were training together, so I guess we're gonna, do the same things together.
Well, she's going to the Shiva dojo.
Oh yeah.
But I guess we're stopping
Yeah,
by his house for
I'll
lunch.
we'll split. I guess we'll split when you decide that you want to go to the dojo. But,
Now, you guys don't necessarily have to tell me that you're eating. Like,
I go take a shit.
Like, I understand that at some point in the day you're going to eat. This is more so, what are you using the bulk of your afternoon to do?
I guess go back to his place first, and then go to dojo.
Yeah, I'm just probably going to go back to my place, and then.
Are you going to cry with my bow?
And just I heard everything.
Very minor.
You guys do walk into the house and you hear crying from upstairs.
Well, I was going to ask who that was, but I'm pretty sure we all know the answer.
But I think I might. After getting some food, I will
right.
Go out and practice with the punching bag.
Oi!
Alright, so you're training?
Yeah.
Are you alright? What do you need? What's wrong? Is it the pain? Is it the knee? Do you need head pats? What do you need?
You need this, Papa.
We can bond over losing our fathers if you must.
Because my leg is stupid.
Are you crying over the lack of fish, or are you crying because it made you feel like you're worthless?
Oh no, I'm worthless!
I don't want to think about that. Don't therapize me.
I'm just because I can fix the fish issue.
So are you spending your afternoon comforting
No,
Val?
if he doesn't answer me, I'm gonna go downstairs, ask his mother for a fish, throw it at him. Then I'm gonna go watch the Shiva training if I can. And I suggest the same to you, by the way.
I don't know if I told you guys about that.
Yeah,
I don't think I did.
I didn't know that you were there. I'm going to see Shiva training because we're about to go fighting.
At some
Yeah,
point, my
nothing to do
mother
with it.
comes
Or
up
you're
and
just
places,
gonna go and
a
challenge
bowl
the
of
dojo.
water and a
Challenge?
bowl
God,
of,
no. I'm just gonna watch.
chopped up.
So you're just
fish
gonna
on
walk into the
floor.
dojo.
Yeah, if I can. I mean, I assume the doors are the doors open for them?
Yeah.
For anybody? Yeah, so I
It's a
assume that there's
public dojo.
a lot of people that are kind of wandering around and watching, so I'm absolutely going to watch.
Well, we'll get to that. Kinjiro, what are you doing? Are you also crying?
No. No, I'm going to be doing some like visualization training, basically. This kind of sort of like shadow box.
Okay.
As much as I can, being as hollow as I am. Basically like Tai Chi mixed with shadow boxing.
Right.
But very slow.
So, Val, this is gonna go into your evening a little bit, but after a good amount of crying.
She was right.
I was.
After a good amount of crying, Mrs. Stang, that's not bad. Fuck is
What's your last name?
Zenko? Mrs. Zenko comes up and knocks on the door.
Hello.
You got a letter.
The fuck?
You open it up,
I
and
just got a letter.
the letter says, "My son, I am distressed. I am distressed to hear that you have suffered such hardship. Always remember the way of the tiger. Growl
Growl.
and fight hard. Do not give up, and always do the right thing. I believe in you, son, and I know that you can overcome these travesties. Do what you know is right."
I did what I judged to be right.
Do you want to write him back? It is signed with a little paw print.
To Toby.
I'll think of something to write.
Okay. All right. So, Ovo, you're working the bag.
Yeah.
All right. You're sitting there and you're working it. For some reason, it feels a lot softer than before.
Oh, weird.
But you're sitting there and you're punching it.
Stronger.
You're like, stupid fucking way. That motherfucker is son of a bitch.
Yeah, I figure out what the fuck you were doing. I was like, what the fuck? Is he stroking out? What happened?
Yeah, it felt a little bit weird because I had to do that whole bit until I hit the punchline.
Punchline.
And Kinjiro, you're doing your visualization training. You see Ovo over there punching the bag.
This form's fine.
Now, the ladies have chosen to go to the dojo.
Yes. Although I
Oh, I was
invited
going-
others, no one did that.
Well, I thought I was going to
Because
a
you were
different
brooding.
dojo.
No, he said to show up at the...
At the dojo.
You're mentalizing and shadowboxing.
And then he was
going to
take you to a second location.
Ah.
You haven't even made a decision as to what to do yet.
So question then, since I was back, did anyone relay the news to me at all? About the shit. I
yeah.
imagine you would have.
Actually, I would have, yeah,
You
because
and
I
I
talk a
don't
lot.
have a great relationship.
I would beat your ass.
Actually, yeah, you're not super tight with these guys yet, so I'm going to say no.
You're like,
Die trying.
okay, there was someone. She's up there talking to a crying cat.
So,
I'm just gonna get my
All
food and go.
right. You.
Yeah.
Kila, or no, Kaya.
Kaya.
You both your names start with a K.
I didn't know that what her
And
name
it's
was when I named
fucking
my
me up.
character. I'm so sorry.
That's alright. So,
Think of the name-
character's name starts
This,
with
you want think of the name Kai and put Kai.
no. Anyway, so
You have 3 characters' names.
So you find yourself standing in front of the Shiva dojo. It is huge, big old fucking bay windows.
That's what
Not
money
bay
gets
windows.
ya.
Big old plate windows in the front. You know, you can see there's a fucking legion of students
They've
in
got
there.
glass in their windows. I'm kidding.
Welcome to the 9th era.
There you go.
fucking.
Do they have a particular symbol of their dojo?
It was Zoza.
What do you mean, Tristan?
Each other.
I'm just asking. Like, do they have a symbol for the dojo?
What do you mean, Tristan?
Like, I don't know, like a tiger or like
A dragon.
yeah, like a dragon or something like that.
Cobra.
I'm completing.
I was thinking it.
No, I'm completing his reference.
Congratulations, Tristan. I am drawing on martial arts tropes for this campaign.
Weird.
You just now figured that out. Congratulations.
Oh no, I knew that.
So I'm looking up at this huge.
You're not
dojo.
safe because you're sitting over there.
Mine is smaller than that, mine's old. Mine's still old, right?
It does not have a branded logo. It has the name of the dojo. Giving your dojo a logo is a little bit weird, so they don't do that.
The
They
name
haven't
is
invented
enough.
branding yet.
The name is enough.
Well, it's not a brand; it's a dojo.
So
They're not like
Like
selling
Tiger
fucking
Dojo.
cups.
They could be.
That's not their focus.
So
But
compared to
So,
my
we get my-
dojo,
you
our
did
cakes,
not
right?
have a dojo. You were in a monastery.
correct? Yeah.
Very different.
Yes. So I'm like a little bit taken aback right now.
I mean, you probably know what a dojo is.
Yeah, but the size of this one.
This
big.
is the biggest one you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you see that there's probably at least 50 people in there, and they're all going through their, stuff like that. And you see some guy kind of like pacing along, and there's a couple people watching, like maybe like the parents of the kids. And you walk in, and you're just kind of standing there, and the person who's doing the instructing with his hands behind his back, he takes note of you, and he just ignores you.
Good.
And then you're standing in there, and then all of a sudden, in walks Keli.
I hide. She can't see me.
She walks right next to you.
God damn it!
What are you doing here?
God, why would you do that? You scared the living life out of me. I'm watching.
Why?
Were you listening when we all talked about the thing that happened?
Keli!
Because that's why.
Shimura comes up. Keli! It's good to see you here. Oh, and I don't believe I've met you.
You've not.
I'm Master Shimura.
I'm Kaya.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Well, what brings you here today?
Oh, I'm actually just observing a little bit. I'm from Zoza, so this is very different from what I'm used to. So
Really?
So I wanted to look around and kind of take in the culture here and see how that works for everyone.
Well, we've worked really hard to make this a cutting edge facility. So, how's your first impression?
It's massive. Everything is very organized, very clean, it's just impressive, the whole thing.
Does it hold up to a monastery at all?
I believe it's a different flavor. It's kind of like comparing a soup to an orange. Both of them are kind of great, but
Soups and oranges,
Yeah.
as they say.
Well, I have deep respect for the monasteries, and I try to emulate their philosophies in a lot of ways and their training methods, because some of the greatest fighters have been from monasteries. Me, myself, I was from this same dojo when it was much smaller.
I didn't realize. How long has this dojo been standing here?
Nearly 100 years. Well, not in this exact location. It's been. I moved this dojo to this location about 12 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was. The Shiva dojo has, a long legacy that I hope is one day quite illustrious. Yes, I have a fascination with monasteries. I'll admit that, despite the difficult, sometimes life that monasteries entail, sometimes I used to wish that I had that chance to grow up in a monastery. Just a place where martial arts are pure. A place where it's just about the art. Sometimes the publicity and the magazines and the TV and the radio and the interviews and
It's
the
all very
reporters,
new to me, I'll tell you that.
it gets tiresome sometimes. So here, I do not allow reporters in here. I do not allow cameras. Nothing at all.
Relief.
If they want to take pictures, they can do so from outside. And I thought about taking the windows out, but atmosphere. I don't want it to feel dingy in here. I want it to feel like a liberating place where people can come here. You know, a lot of these people here, you know, a lot of them aren't hardcore lifer martial artists. You know, some of them are just people. People who, you know, some of them are kids who, you know, they go to school all day and they're stressed out. They have a hard time. And they come here, and this dojo is their sanctuary. That's what I aim for.
I can respect that.
A place where they can feel safe and free. And an added bonus is occasionally we come across some very talented fighters.
I would assume so. Especially since, as I've heard, again, I'm still catching up on all the news and everything like that, the publicity and all that. But the tournament is often held here, correct? At least this part of the tournament. So, do you ever?
No. Not
Is
here.
it brand new?
The tournament is held in the stadium.
Oh well, yes, but I meant in the same city.
Yes,
Like same area.
in the city. We alternate. So the tournament happens every 2 years. So every 2 years it's in Hagura, and then 2 years after that it'll be here in Segura.
So then you do, I assume. I mean, it's prime opportunity to cite any kind of, I would say, promising martial artists.
We recruited a couple of fighters from preliminaries.
But a lot of them, as you said, seem to be just as you. How did you word it? I don't even know quite what you said, but just someone who wants to just improve himself a little bit. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Normal people.
Yes. So.
And you know, I take pride in the fact that some people can come here and have a safe haven. You know,
as it should be.
Of course, they do have to learn to be punched in the face from time to time.
Right. Well, martial arts isn't just about the breathing and the existing. It's also about the punching and receiving. So.
But I hear that
right in front of everybody.
I hear that you actually have quite a notable heritage to you as well.
Well, I wouldn't say heritage is quite the right word. I would say raising, perhaps.
I mean specifically with training.
Right. Yes. I am actually currently out in the world trying to make myself a little bit more well known, so that my master and I can reunite again.
I sparred with your master once.
Oh, you know my master.
I wouldn't say I know him.
That information was not released, correct? It didn't name him by name, correct? Because I remember reading it.
So Oolong said that you used the Oni Fist,
right?
Which was invented.
Gotcha. So a lot of people just know automatically.
People who are in the know.
Okay, got it.
Like not everyone's gonna be like, oh, Kinakuma, but he
would know.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, and he was a powerful fighter. I nearly won.
Right. Well, I do what I can to try to strive up to, and one day match that. So, as you can imagine, it's a bit of a daunting journey in front of me, but here we are.
I have met better martial artists than Ken Akuma, but I have never met a more intense and intimidating fighter than Ken Akuma.
Right. He always, he used to tell me that I had the energy, and if I could just focus it, I would be greater than I am. But that's a work in years and years and years of progress.
You say that there was something about him that wasn't quite mortal.
I would believe it. Not that I know of any of what he is truly, but I could believe it.
But anyway, feel free to observe and feel free to register as well.
Oh, for the dojo?
Yeah. I know it may not hold up to your monastery, but we'll give you a place to train.
I'll keep it in my mind and observe and consider.
Of course. Keli, come with me. And he walks away.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
In character.
Me and Alex were like,
I don't know about
What?
that shit.
So, Kiwai. Basically, what happens is you guys go out through the back door of the dojo, and there's kind of like this big courtyard area, and it has these high walls around it. And out there, you see Wei Zan, you see Harto Wong, and then two other younger fighters. And you see, all of them, their fists are skinned up. They're doing things like punching bricks and bench pressing logs and shit, like crazy shit. Like some hardcore fucking shit. Shit that you've only heard about. Right?
I surely hope you don't expect me to do that.
I do.
I wouldn't say that bench pressing logs is quite my style.
As I was saying earlier, I tried to emulate the training that used to take place in the monasteries. This is the training that took place. Pushing the body to its limits. Because, Kilai, I have not been trying to get you here based off of what you are now. I've been trying to get you here based off of what I think you can be. And I think that I can push you to the next level. I think you have a next level. But I don't think that you are going to get to it unless somebody pushes you there. I want you to be in this training so I can teach you my most advanced techniques. In order for you to be able to handle my most advanced techniques, you have to be able to withstand them. Your body needs to be stronger. See, we use the flying hammer technique. And the flying hammer, technically everyone in the dojo uses flying hammer, but we use a special technique within the flying hammer that I don't teach it in there because it's dangerous. And the man who, you see, I as well trained in the Shiva dojo, but I also had more advanced training from someone else. And he taught me, I'd say it's almost a lost art. It's a certain principle that you don't hear about. And when I utilize it, when I began to learn it and when I began to understand it, I became a different kind of fighter. And I want to teach you that technique. But first, you must be able to withstand it.
Should be allowed to see the technique first.
Absolutely. Wei. And Wei immediately kind of straightens up and marches over. Kilai here wants to see you demonstrate the body control technique.
What?
So he says, of course. And then Shimura walks over and he picks up an iron bar. And then he holds it up in front of Wei. And then
The fucking iron bar.
Wei looks at you and he says, now. Or no. So Shimura actually takes the bar and he hands it to you. I want you to make sure this is real metal. Make sure that it's not gimmicked. He gives it to you. It's pretty heavy. Do what you want. Try to bend it, try to break it, smack it on a rock, whatever you want. Take as much time as you need.
That's not good. This is pretty heavy.
Are you convinced?
Barely.
And he holds it up like this in front of Wei. You see Wei takes his hand like this, and you see his fist starts to very, very faintly glow. Oh, shit. And then he does this, and he cuts it in half. I wouldn't say he cuts it in half, but he literally hits it, and then the bar bends up and smacks together like that. And then pulls his hand out. And he just hands you the bar. And then Shamira says, even Wei here is a very basic user of the body control technique. And you may find the training methods strange at times, or intense at times, or brutal at times, but look what you could learn to do.
I'm gonna drop the bar and grab Wei's hand and like stare at it.
Uninjured. The only thing is you realize his hand is very hot.
Like super hot, like I can't withstand
Not super
holding
hot,
it.
but like it's like unnaturally warm.
What have they done to you here?
They haven't done anything to him. This is something that is within everybody. It is the same thing that allows you to increase your speed. The same thing that allows you to channel extra power. It is just a different way of taking your ki and focusing it. That is it.
I'm convinced. I might like to learn more.
So Shamira says, well, you said you want to watch the training, so... Gentlemen, let's train.
I assume I wasn't there for all that, right?
No.
Okay.
So basically,
I'm still
you
crying
see...
now.
right about now, you're reading the letter. Did you write a letter back? Or you've been thinking about what to write?
Yeah.
Right. So, so you watch these guys train, and it's crazy shit. Like they have to, like they spend like an hour sprinting laps, like as fast as they can, like full blown. There's some crazy agility shit, and like you do agility training every day. It's shit that is out of your fucking, ballpark. And, crazy weight training, all sorts of stuff. There's this one weird part where they're instructed to throw up on command.
App control, man.
It's weird, but he tells you, like, part of the whole idea of body control is controlling every part of your body. At one point, he literally fucking submerses Wei in, like, freezing water. And then when Wei gets out of the water, he's still warm to the touch. Some crazy shit.
Fucking fire bandit.
Meanwhile, you in there, you're just kind of watching people go, huh, huh, huh,
Yeah, I'm over here like,
huh,
this doesn't seem
Huh.
scary.
huh, huh, huh.
I get.
This doesn't seem so scary or intimidating. I don't know what they were all talking about.
And the guy, yeah, and the guy's just watching over. Every once in a while, he'll go up and he has a little stick and he'll, with your hips. Sure. And
Well, if
it's
it's basically that for a while, I'm eventually going to
it's every other training session you've ever seen.
I'm kind of actually waiting. Like, if I head out of the dojo, I'm still kind of like hanging around to see when she exits.
So she's going to be there for about 2 more hours.
That's fine. I'll probably just wander around, see if there's anybody that maybe stands out or anybody that I recognize around this area or anything like that.
A lot of
But if not,
pedestrians.
I'm just chilling then. I'm just
So,
waiting.
some of them come up to you and was like, "You're in the tournament, right?"
I am.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I fight in a little less than a week.
And then they leave. They don't really want autographs or
Have you met
nothing.
my chess master?
But you're starting to gain a
If you
little
want
bit
an
of
autograph of that guy, I could get that to you.
Have you met my friend Kenjiro Fei?
Friend.
We met him because
Zach Mano, dude. But so I guess in about 2 hours they complete their training, and then Shamira says, "Now I will say that the training, they don't do all of this every day. I made a little bit of a showcase here so that you could see most of everything that the training entails. And I will tell you that beyond this, there is another level of training that not even Wei has reached yet.
Interesting.
But things like this is what you would be dealing with. And I know that's daunting. but there's a reason. I want to mold my students into indestructible, undefeatable monsters of martial arts.
I don't want to be a monster. I do want to be the best.
Now, by monster, I just mean it's a term that we use just for someone who is intimidating to fight because they are so well known for their power. I don't literally mean a monster.
I still want to bring honor to my dojo. So if you'll allow it, I would like time to reach out to Master Guide before I give you a decision.
I sent out another letter.
Oh, did you send it to me? Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. And here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not even necessarily doing this for my dojo. If you want to still represent your dojo, that's fine. What I want is for you to be the best fighter that you can be.
I want to partake in these trainings if I'm allowed.
You are absolutely allowed. If you want,
Raggy.
We have this. I'll right up to you.
Sorry, it's just actually the
Trouble DM.
I can look.
How's that doing?
I don't know if you have any. I'll be honest.
Oh, I mean, it's like I'm on a
It's torn. Torn.
Raggy.
Hopefully he comes back with something useful. But if you would like, you can come tomorrow. We will begin our training in the early morning and finish it in the afternoon.
Sounds good.
And let me just tell you, bring your best.
I only bring my best.
That's what I'm expecting. So, after 2 hours, you see Keli walk out the front door of the dojo.
Hi.
Why are you still here?
Because I was waiting for you. Don't worry, I still fight. You're fine. You're safe.
I was waiting for you.
Smack, smack.
Was it you that beat them?
It was me. They never saw me coming. No,
It wasn't there.
she starts to walk down the path, kind of like motioning for you to just like kind of follow and, you know.
So look back first.
Yeah.
Check over
just
my
checking around.
shoulders.
So, can I ask? I'd like to ask just a question since you were speaking with him a little bit more than the others have. Did he seem strange, like threatening in any way? Because what I saw seemed very tame, almost. Kind of almost exactly what you'd expect from any other dojo. But it's almost confirmed at this point. Because, of course, Officer What's-His-Face stopped by.
Aizawa.
Oh, I remember his name, but she's not going to say it. This is the case. She doesn't fully trust Keli just yet. Keli's a bit of an outsider and a loner. She doesn't know how.
I'm the GM and I don't trust Keli.
So, did he just? Ever since Officer What's-His-Face showed up, and he just a moment ago, like maybe like a couple hours ago, and he spoke with me and with Kenjiro,
An officer.
right? The one that was present at the yesterday.
Ah, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know. So he showed up and he all but confirmed that it was probably them behind it. So did it seem that way to you? Because what I witnessed seemed very tame and almost innocent. So I'm just wondering, sort of doing a pulse check. Did it seem that way to you?
I don't understand why Master
Shimira.
would even need to resort to such underhand tactics. His top fighters are very strong. It doesn't seem like he would need any help getting through the tournament, that is. What evidence was there that it was this dude?
I mean, I believe that they have people who they found them and captured the people who did it. They were unconscious at the scene of the crime. It's a bit of a red flag, if you ask me. But to be honest, I don't know all of the details, but I just wanted to see maybe if you had a different perspective. But you're saying that you don't see why he would resort to it because his fighters are clearly powerful enough to do it without, even with Kenjiro. I know I'm not the best fighter necessarily. Kenjiro seems to be capable.
Kenjiro's awesome.
Do you think that they would have any concerns?
I don't think so.
Where are you still?
Although, to be fair, I feel like I could beat Kenjiro. But that's probably...
Do you think that they could beat you?
Possibly. Probably. Seeing what training they go through.
Right. So they go through some secret, top-notch training.
It's very serious. Out of respect for Master Shimira. I won't say more than that.
See right in your head. Oh my god, fuck.
Right. Well, I'm excited. I get to fight you next, so just a few days.
Hope you're getting your training in.
Oh, I am actually. Believe it or not, but I need to work my strength training just a little bit.
I think I'm gonna kick up my training a notch. Nah. Fuck out of here to wherever the hell else I'm
We're going to the same place. You don't have to. Starts jogging next to you.
Agility training.
Are we sprinting now? Okay, let's
Okey-dokey.
go.
So,
Let's
Alex.
go. Who's
I
faster?
can't despawn if you follow me. This is ridiculous.
Alex, what do you do for the evening?
Well,
Dead
after
even.
sending my letter, I'm going to
You're better than I
train.
thought you
Just training?
what I can.
How are you going to train?
Yeah,
Damn the toes.
I'm stuck.
Alright, so you just go out to the tree in the backyard and just...
Yep. Strengthen my toe beans.
were. Except his toe beans are soft and supple, so they don't do much damage.
Keli, what are you doing?
Strength training.
Ovo!
This is the next day?
Eating.
No, evening.
Eating
Oh, eating.
training.
Oh.
T-bone steak.
Fishing
Oh,
training.
bone.
Now,
Anyways.
Tristan, I will say, like, with your fighting style, for training purposes, you probably just also have some, like big-ass medicine balls and maybe just, like, a boulder.
Yeah.
Because your whole point is moving weight.
A,
Yeah, probably does have, like, just a
what's it called,
boulder or
millstone?
something out back, so I'm just gonna... I guess I'm gonna strength
My
train.
man just one hands a millstone, just like
I'm just going to write boulder.
Boulder.
the boulder.
Kaya.
I am also doing strength training, and we actually dashed and sprinted the way from the dojo back to this house, and like we were dead even tied. So right now, I think the competition's kind of like right there with that. So we're both doing the strength training, just like totally not making eye contact, but also like totally making sure that they're not going faster than us.
You're like sitting there doing the push-ups, and one of them just kind of like reaches out and smacks the other one's hand.
Kenjiro, what do you do?
I am going to be
Yeah, like that, Alex.
recovering. So, is there a hot spring?
Yeah.
I'm going to go find a hot spring.
Okay.
And I'm going to rest my muscles, try to speed the healing process on my knee,
So
while also meditating in the hot spring.
So you're sitting in the hot spring,
My man, you've done so much meditation.
and you're trying to meditate.
Fighting is 90% mental.
And someone
And-
hits you in the leg with a metal pipe.
No, but someone is disturbing you because someone won't fucking stop splashing around in the hot spring. And you look up. Oh, sorry.
It's way. I'm just kidding.
You've never met this person.
It is okay.
I was just, you ever splash around?
This is scary.
Never? Come on. Have some fun. Splash around a little bit.
Sir, I can see your John. Please leave me alone.
What about flowers? You ever frolic in the flowers?
Just splash around a little bit. It's fun. You're one of those serious types, aren't you?
I try to be.
Look, I knew a lot of serious types when I was younger, and let me tell you, I had a lot more fun than them.
Good.
There's like a trial.
I'm glad.
Were you like a businessman or a lawyer or something?
Martial artist.
Oh, martial artist. Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of the big thing around here, isn't it?
Well, I'm not really from here, but yes, I suppose it is.
Where are you from?
From the Hagura Dojo.
Oh, me too.
What did you do to the phrases? What happened to them?
They're old.
I apologize, sir. I don't think I know your name. I wish I had one.
I'm not quite so famous as some of the other ones came out of there. My name is Rick.
Whoa, bro.
Call back.
I know, Rick!
I wasn't here for this.
Sorry.
I don't know who this guy is.
I know who Rick is. I've only heard
He was
stories.
Donovan's character in the last one.
Oh, Mr. Reck.
Yeah,
Kinjiro.
Kenjiro. So you any good?
I think so.
Oh, back in my day, I could blow through a bunch of enemies. I was dangerous. I was crazy. I was punching people, and I was kicking people,
Blowing people.
and I was elbowing people, headbutting people,
Throwing up on people.
throwing up.
On command.
That's a long story. So anyway, what are you in town for?
The tournament?
There's a tournament?
Yeah.
Well, like, what kind of tournament?
It's the Youth Invitational.
Oh! I competed in one of those once.
Yeah? How'd you do?
I don't want to talk about it. I lost in the finals.
Oh, man. Well, hey, it is still an honor to be able to get to the finals.
I guess. I don't know. People make such a big deal about it. I competed in the finals. I got beat by my friend. And, I went on. I had a couple matches in the IMAA, but the whole thing was just stupid. People make it their entire life, and I'm more so kind of like, I'd rather go out, have some fun, sleep with some hot elf babes.
Nice.
Yeah. This guy's an orc, by the way.
Yeah.
You weren't doing your orc voice.
He's only a half orc.
This is, oh yeah, he is a half orc. This is Rex voice. Yeah, so I just try to
more Donovan.
I just try to live it up, have some fun.
This is fun. The life, so to speak.
Yeah, for now. He'll get burned out. Don't worry.
I hope not.
I think the reason that June went on to actually be able to do anything in the whole thing, I think he did pretty good once.
Yeah, he won the whole thing. Twice.
Oh,
No.
good for him.
This man is a front to everything I know and love.
Yeah, I think that the only reason he was able to tolerate it was just because he was so
Lame.
he was not a thrilling individual.
He was turtling enough for the Turtle Club.
You want it?
Forgive me, my character hasn't been doing much.
I'm sorry. To be fair, you spent an entire day action on cry.
He's not too insecure to not feel his emotions.
So what?
For an entire afternoon.
What?
He's got a lot
what
of
led you to
emotions.
drop out of the life?
Drop out.
Sounds to me like you don't compete anymore. Do you still train?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I still train, but when did martial arts? when did it become so written in law that in order to be a reputable martial artist, you had to compete?
I don't suppose that it ever was.
It seems like it these days. You tell someone you're a martial artist, they say, "Oh, did you ever win any competitions?" I tell them, "I don't do competitions." And they say, "Oh, so you're not a real martial artist?" I think there are plenty of martial artists who compete in competitions who aren't real martial artists because they focus so much on the competition, they don't understand the purpose of martial arts.
What do you say the purpose is?
Bettering oneself. Not becoming, a lethal weapon of vengeance and glory, but
It's right there in the name, martial art. It's an art form.
finding something in your mind. Putting your own mind at ease and becoming something more mentally and spiritually. You see, these things all have to come into tune. You have to have control of your mentality, control of your spirituality, and then control of your body. And that is something that one of my masters taught me to a great deal. He was a little bit of an offbeat man. His name was Spin. And he taught me a great deal. He was a good man. But I tried to pass his teachings along. And I didn't make too great of a master, so I kind of took a step back from the whole martial arts world.
What are you up to these days?
Well, right now I'm sitting in the hot springs.
In general.
Oh, I'm retired. I made enough money in my youth. I just travel around having fun. I go on adventures sometimes. I don't really focus on the whole, competitions, public events, signing autographs. No one ever wanted my autograph anyway.
It does get tiresome.
Yeah, well, that's what I've heard. You see, in my group of people, I was neither the golden boy, nor was I the pretty boy, nor was I the exotic one. Well, I was a little bit exotic, but one of them was a cat. So,
What a coincidence. I also have a cat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my cat, he was a weird guy. He liked to gamble.
And punch logs.
He really, really liked to gamble. He's pretty good at it. Gotta hand it to him.
Zhang was a slave to his vices.
As much as June tried to break him.
And then one day he kind of just fucked off.
Never shut up again.
I'll make a character.
Anyway.
Personal.
But,
I was in the throes of depression, okay.
Well, you ever thought about trying your hand at the teaching thing again, or maybe just a one-off lesson?
oh, the last guy I trained went nuts.
Who was that?
I don't know what he's up to these days. I think he opened a dojo. Oh, he was this little guy. His name was Dai. Dai Shimura. There was this technique I learned. I learned it from my master Spin, called body control. And as opposed to using it as a tool to better oneself, Dai saw it as much more of a tool to become a weapon, to become the ultimate fighter. And really kind of misunderstood the whole thing, and I didn't really like it. And then we fought, and he beat me up. So yeah, we don't talk anymore. We're not on great terms.
So, you're saying he missed the point.
I'd say so.
What is the point?
The point is, as I said, the uniting of mind, spirit, and body. He did not care about the mind or the spirit. He cared only about the body. But that is not the reason this technique was developed. It can do some amazing things. You can punch through walls. You can throw up on command. You can jump higher, run faster.
Sorry,
Very specific.
But
You're really good at building houses.
It sounds fascinating.
yeah, well,
I have often found my spiritual, especially, but also my mental growth hampered by the spotlight that's been thrown on me.
are you famous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear Hagura is not what it used to be. Back when I was there, they barely taught us how to fight. Every day, I didn't understand it at the time, but every day it was, we would learn to balance, to walk softly. We would be taught respect and order.
Well, that hasn't changed. There's certainly quite a lot of exhibition.
Master Wu never would have had that.
So, that's how a dojo survives in this world, I suppose.
The Hagura Monastery was not a dojo. It was a monastery, first and foremost, when I was there. Mr. Kanjiro, I believe that you have missed the point.
Oh?
You're so focused on competition, you're so focused on martial arts. Sit in the hot springs. You talk in this calm voice. But let me tell you, how old are you?
17.
17. You're still young, so you can still fool yourself. But if you focus all of your training on your body, if you neglect even one of those 3 pillars, you will burn yourself out.
Well, I tried. It's one of the reasons I came here. Was to try to quiet my mind and focus on the mental aspect. Came to the hot springs specifically because I got my leg busted up yesterday.
What happened to your leg?
I was ambushed.
Oh, yeah, that happened to me once.
I was ambushed. A couple of thugs with metal pipes tore my knee up.
Yeah, it happens.
So I'm just trying to bolster the healing process, I guess you could say, while at the same time quieting the turmoil. I don't like being famous.
This tournament's a big deal to you?
Yeah. It's all I've ever wanted. My whole life I've wanted to compete. I wanted to get into I wanted to get into the IMAA, and I wanted to fight the best in the world and improve my skills against theirs, and then they made me famous, and I never wanted that. But I didn't want to be famous. I just wanted to be good. I don't want to be famous. I want to be great. But they've shoved me into the spotlight and made me the mouthpiece of the entire dojo, and it is weighing on me, especially as of late.
Back in 38. You see, what a lot of people don't know, well, a lot of people do know, I suppose, but when June was young, June Tortuga, he injured his knee, similar to the way you've injured yours. And he kept coming short every year. He would make it to the world tournament, and he would come up short. And in 38, showed him a couple things to help his knee. And I suppose it helped because then in 39 and 40, he went back to back.
Oh, so you did know about his success.
No.
He was my closest friend. Of course I did. I was there. Nobody noticed me.
You're the literal largest person.
I guess if you twist my arm, I could show you.
Yeah, twist his arm first. Good luck.
I guess if you're gonna sit here and cry about it, I'll show you a little bit of body control. But if you start getting weird, then I'm leaving you on the front steps of the monastery.
Okay.
Well, that's what you do when you don't want a kid around. Hell, that's what happened to me.
It's true!
You just hear from the
Wait, there's another like me?
Brother!
A kindred spirit.
Orphan, let's speak.
Okay. Do you know that junkyard on the outskirts of town?
I'm sure I could find it.
Meet me there in the morning. And he gets out fully naked and leaves.
Jesus.
Hope you're ready to throw up on command.
Shit's down past his knees. What the fuck?
tripod over
And
here.
it's soft.
We're half orcs.
Again, we're all minors.
You could still be impressed by that, to be honest.
Alright. I mean, he's 17.
Alex.
You just flash.
It's your turn.
Nah, that's a hot spring. It kind of just goes with territory.
You want to go to a hot spring, you're gonna see it.
You're gonna see it there.
At least one.
At least one penis.
Listen, there's not a towel big enough to cover that up. I don't know what you want.
It was sticking out.
Man's walking around with a fucking comforter, and it's still not enough.
So, the next morning, Alex.
Yes.
You delivered your letter the day before, and the next morning you're going down to the post office to see if there's a new letter for you. Yeah.
Already, jeez.
Did you fuck your back up? Did you fuck your back up?
I was just comfy down there.
It is a comfy bed. So, you're going to the post office to deliver your letter, and you go in there, you give it to the people, give them a couple coins that you borrowed from somebody, and then as you're leaving, you're just walking through, and then all of a sudden you cut down a small street, and two people come out in front of you.
Jesus Christ, you're getting jumped again.
And then someone comes out behind you.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses.
It's a tall man, a tall, strong-looking man, and he's holding your letter.
Hey,
And you see him rip it in half
Oh, what an asshole!
and throw it on the ground,
my letter.
and then he takes out an iron pipe.
No.
Oh no.
My
To be
knee.
continued.
Run, bitch, run!
To be continued, bitch.
How dare you?
Oh,
Ah, my letter. Ah, my knee.
right at 10. Nice.
My knee!
Oh god. I guess I should stop the
Only a fault,
recording.
It's a first draft, but there's your cast.
Nice.
I love it. I'll...
First draft, there's the cast.
Oh! Whoa!
What happened?
That's the ending.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
about to get
he's about to
me
jump
jumped
again. When I told him not to go anywhere alone, he didn't listen.
Really?
They caught
That
me
is
mailing
really
letters.
Oh no.
I gotta say, I really...